Hello, BookTube. Well, I've been filming videos, but I can't blunt the fact that it's a bleak and barren Sunday. No books in the mail, no free stuff for Steve. And I thought I would console myself, as I usually do, with a tag. And I have one called the Ultimate Book Tag. So let's see how that goes. It's fairly long, so buckle up. I saw it on Bookwormia, a new channel I'm very glad I found, a wonderful channel. And it was created by Chapter Chicks, which is also new to me. So I found two good channels in the course of doing this. And the first question is, do you get sick while reading in a car? What a question to start with. I don't. I don't get motion sickness in a car or on a train or on a boat or on a sailboat that's about as long as your couch. I don't get motion sickness. Question number 2. Which author's writing style is completely unique to you and why? None. And the reason why is because the more you read, the more you realize there's no such thing as a unique writing style. What you want to see in a writer is what pieces they plug in and rearrange from stuff they have read themselves. Unique? There is no such thing. If you think there is, you haven't read enough. That's all. No mark against you. But if you read something like Chuck Palahniuk and you think there's nothing else like this, you're mistaken. That's all there is to it. If you read Haruki Murakami and you think there's nothing else like this, you're mistaken. That's all. I can prove to you that you're mistaken. I can provide you with books that will prove that you're mistaken. There's nothing wrong with it. No, everyone has to start somewhere. But all writers steal from other writers. That's all there is to it. There's no way to argue it. There's no such thing as a unique style. So let's move on, shall we? Question number 3. Harry Potter or the Twilight Saga? Defend your answer with 3 points. I can defend my answer with 1. My answer is neither, and my point is because I'm an adult. Question number 4. Do you carry a book bag? And if so, what's in it other than books? I did a book bag tour a little while ago, and I'll put an annotation up here to... Just kidding. Don't know how to do annotations. But in my book bag, generally, aside from books, I have a folder where I can put clipped articles. I have, and in the folder, slotted onto... Actually, yeah, like that. Slotted onto the pocket of the folder, I have a pen and a pencil. I have my billfold, which contains my bank card and my subway pass, and a little cash, or a lot of cash if I'm supporting feckless teenagers that day. And I also keep in a side pocket a tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush, because if I have lunch, I don't want to be carrying it around with me all day long in my face. I want to clean up a little afterwards. And also something that is absolutely essential: a tote bag, and a generous size tote bag, because I collect books like lint when I'm out and about. They exceed the interior space of any shoulder bag in no time at all. And then I need a tote bag to fill with books and hand to the aforementioned feckless teenagers. Question number 5. Do you smell your books? I do. I smell my books, yeah. But I don't fetishize it. And I think it's kind of strange that so many people do. It's always driven me a little nuts when people go all Hannibal Lecter about the inside of their books. Might want to pay a little more attention to what's actually in the book as opposed to what it smells like. And I especially hate it as a reason people don't buy e-readers. Where's the smell? Yes, it's true that I have every single book ever written for free at my fingertips, delivered 24 hours a day, but where's the smell? This is going to be trouble. There's so many more questions to go. You'll be cleaning my spittle off the panel. Let's see here. Question number 6. Books with spot illustrations or no? I love spot illustrations. So yes. Question number 7. What book did you love while reading, but later discovered wasn't quality? This almost never happens to me because I read critically, which means that while I'm reading a book, I'm perfectly aware of whether or not it's quality writing. Quality writing is not a mystery. It's not a mythical camelopard that changes shape when you look at it. Quality writing is quality writing. If you learn to read critically, you can spot it a mile away. And That doesn't change whether or not I will continue reading the book, even after I've determined this is drivel, uh, because it could be entertaining drivel, and in which case, who doesn't want to be entertained? No, what bothers me, what will cause me to furrow my brow, is when I read something that isn't good that the author thinks is, uh, and is really proud of. That tends to bug me. Let's see here. Question number 8. Do you have any funny stories about books from your childhood? Nope. No books in my childhood. Question number 9. What is the thinnest book on your shelf? I think it would probably be a thin volume of poetry, maybe even a chapbook. I have some chapbooks. Question number 10. What is the thickest book on your shelf? That's easy. That's Reclaiming History by Vincent Bugliosi. His 1,500-page book about the JFK assassination. I've shown it on this channel many times. It's the biggest book that I own, especially when you consider that the disc at the back of the book has the endnotes, which are another 1,500 pages. If you printed it all in one thing, even in onion skin paper and triple columns, it would still be 2,000 pages long. Let's see here. Question number 11. Do you write as well? Do you see a future for yourself as an author? Someday, I would love to be a book critic. But yes, I do. I write all the time. I published all the time, every week, every month, and also in my spare time, I write fiction. So I cover both sides of the street. Question number 12. When did you get into reading? I came to reading late. I was introduced to it by a wonderful man who taught me that it could be an adventure, the greatest adventure of them all. And he was right. And I owe him more than I can ever repay. So I came late, but I'm making up for lost time. Question number 13. What is your favorite classic book? That would be Ovid's Metamorphoses. Question number 14. In school, was your best subject English? It was. Yeah. Question number 15. If you were given a book gift that you didn't want, what would you do with it? My first response when I read this question was, if? I get book gifts all the time that I don't want, no matter what I do, no matter how strenuously I tell people, don't get me a book. Don't do it. I don't want the book you get me. I will either already have read it and not liked it, I will already have read it and have it, or I won't want to read it. I am, when we deal with levels of expertise, I am an Olympic level reader. Would you, if you knew someone was an Olympic level runner, would you go to a shoe store and get them a pair of Adidas? No, you wouldn't. You would assume correctly that not only are they connoisseurs of their footwear, but that just anything that you buy at a store probably won't be a good choice. Now, that's not meant to sound elitist, but I've read an enormous amount in my life, and I read an enormous amount all the time. So don't get me a book. That just, to me, that makes self-evident sense. I have, for the last 20 or 30 years, I have stressed to people, if you want to get a book for me, if you want me to add a new book to my collection, buy a gift card for me at the Brattle Bookshop here in Boston, and I will get my own book. Thank you very much. They're accustomed to taking phoned-in book gift or gift certificate orders from me. They will make it very easy for you. Anyway, when it has happened in the past, I usually donate it to the Goodwill or sell it to the Brattle. Question number 16. What is a lesser-known series similar to Harry Potter or the Hunger Games? The lesser-known series similar to Harry Potter or the Hunger Games would be the lesser-known series that both those authors ripped off in order to write their best-selling books. I'm happy to provide a list in both cases, the obvious one for Hunger Games being Battle Royale, which you should all read. Question number 17. What is a bad habit you always do besides rambling while filming? Besides rambling, the tag says. Who knew rambling was a bad habit? I actually don't. Aside from, well, that would be for you all to tell me. Aside from ranting and rambling, I don't think I have any bad habits. I have bad tech. My camera's only as good as my iPhone, and the audio is probably bad, except for when I'm mouthy, and I myself am certainly no aesthetic treat. But aside from ranting, I don't think I have any. I don't mumble. I don't make silly points. I try not to anyway. I'm trying even to think of bad habits that I see in other booktubers. I don't think of them as bad habits. I think of them as endearing. So, if I have bad habits, you let me know. Question number 18. What is your favorite word? Moist. I don't really know. I don't think I have a favorite word. I have a favorite phrase, all you can eat. But a single word? Question number 19. Are you a nerd, a dork, a dweeb, or all of the above? Again, I think this would probably be something for someone else to tell me. They're all modern words for me. I'm a bookworm. Definitely that. I guess I'm a book geek. Question number 20. Vampires or fairies? Why? Neither. Adult. Question number 21. Shapeshifters or angels? Why? Neither. Adult. Question number 22. Spirits or werewolves? Why? Neither. Adult. Question number 24. Love triangle or forbidden love? Why? Neither. Adult. And question number 25. Full-on romances or action-packed with some love scenes? It depends on how it's done. It depends on how it's done. I have a shelf full of full-on romances that I absolutely love. I have a shelf full of mixed bag that I also absolutely love. So we end the ultimate book tag. Those last 6 questions lead me to believe this is not the ultimate book tag. I suspect that someone could fashion the ultimate book tag, and it would be slightly different from this. Some of the questions would be on here, like that one about getting sick in the car. But I think some of them wouldn't be either. This might be the ultimate YA book tag. But I admit, even so, it did cure me of my melancholy for just a little while. And which is all I ask of a tag on a bleak and barren Sunday. So I'll sign off for now, and I'll be back when books return. Thank you, BookTube.